Hey everybody, movie reviewer next door, and had to re-record this video because my brother's been a complete dickhead, yelling at the top of his lungs whenever he hears me recording. He needs to move out soon. But I'm gonna be doing a couple of hauls. I'm gonna go a bit faster than I was going because it was getting a bit long, but I've got some from Dollar General, a couple from Dollar General, mostly from eBay in this video. Might do 4 or maybe 3 videos, and I've got some Whatnot CDs actually, so I'm gonna go ahead. Sonic the Hedgehog, I was curious about this, so it was like $3 at Dollar General, previously viewed. I don't really care, just wanted to see the movie. If I like it, I'll sell it and get it on Blu-ray. Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. Had to get it for the collection. Now I have all of the Fast and Furious movies except for Fast X, which isn't on Blu-ray yet. I'll have to watch the rest of them first, but here. And this is all eBay stuff up until I get to the CDs. Awake, Jonathan Rhys-Meyers, Francesca Eastwood, Malik Yoba, William Forsythe. I like the cast. Never heard of the directors, Alex Cher and Fedor Lias, but I wanted to get as many of Francesca Eastwood's films because I really liked her in MFA, and I liked her in what was it called? It was that horror. It was like a heist horror movie, The Vault. Excuse me, The Vault. So curious about that. The Homesman, directed by Tommy Lee Jones, starring Tommy Lee Jones and Hilary Swank. I remembered this being a pretty great revisionist western. It's definitely more down to earth. It's not like an over the top one. I remembered really liking both Tommy Lee Jones and Hilary Swank's performances. I wasn't crazy on Meryl Streep, to be honest. I've never been crazy on Meryl Streep. It's a good thing she's not in the film that much. But I remember liking this more than Unforgiven, as far as revisionist westerns go. So can't wait to watch it again. Tall Man. This film is from Pascal Laugier, the directed by Pascal Laugier, who directed Martyrs and Incident in a Ghostland, which I haven't seen Incident in a Ghostland yet. I do own it on Blu-ray, the Arrow Video Arrow Video version. But there are people who... It seems like people really love Martyrs. I wasn't big on Martyrs, I've got to be honest. I found it to be pretty... I liked the first half. I thought the first half was intriguing with her killing the family and all that, and the reasoning and all that. I thought that was kind of interesting. But once it gets past the halfway mark, it really loses me in the whole torture porn. It's not even for a reason. Like, people try to say, oh, there's a reason for it, or subtext or whatever. I don't want to hear about subtext. I want a film. Thank you very much. Evidence. It says Stephen Moyer. That's a weird name to put there. But it says with Rhoda Mitchell and Stephen Moyer, which I'm guessing they're not going to be in the film a ton, but still, I love Rhoda Mitchell and I like Stephen Moyer. This is supposed to be like a mix of a crime film and like a normally shot crime film and a what's the kind of movie called? Found footage. Like found footage of a serial killer killing people. So, very curious about this. This is basically the only way I can find to watch the movie, so can't wait. and I bid on this, and I ended up getting for $6. So Christian Slater, Mila Jovovich, and Cuffs. This is basically the only reason this film is on Blu-ray at all, in America at least. I don't know about anywhere else, but sorry about the loud noise. But yeah, I like the cast: Christian Slater, Tony Goldwyn, Mila Jovovich, Bruce Boxleitner. Very interesting, and can't wait to see it because I love Mila Jovovich and Christian Slater. Now these are all from the same person, so Traffic. This film is from Deon Taylor. He directed it. He also did Fatale. And I wasn't big on Fatale, but I liked Black and Blue with Naomi Harris. Thought that was a pretty great thriller. Even if the action was a bit meh, I did like it, and she gave a good performance. This film has a pretty good cast. Paula Patton, Omar Epps, Luke Goss, Missy Pyle, William Fichtner, and yeah, I've heard it's basically a thriller that turns into a horror film near the second half, so can't wait. This is basically one of the few Steven Spielberg films I actually love. Warhorse, love to see it again. One of the best pictures of the year. I don't know if I'd say that, but I do remember loving it. It's got this... this is a 4-disc. Like, you think you'd think 2 discs would be enough. Digital copy, film on Blu-ray, special features, DVD. Like, think that's enough? But yeah, I remember really liking the characters, really liking the story, really thinking it was an interesting film, and yeah, love to give it another watch. Z for Zachariah. This film I got because it is directed by Craig Zobel, the director of Compliance and The Hunt from 2019 or 2020. Maybe someone will correct me. The Hunt was that movie about liberals hunting conservatives, which I thought was an interesting premise, and I liked that it poked fun at both sides. I really do like that. If they had poked too much fun at one side, I think it would have hurt the film in a bit. And I think that really anybody can enjoy the film without bringing politics into it, because it's just fun. It's fun to make fun of each other when each side is getting made fun of equally. But Compliance, I thought, was terrifying. It was really a fantastic thriller, drama, thriller, whatever, and based on true events. From what I hear, it's pretty accurate, and that's pretty fucked up. I'd rather watch The Hunt again, but I could watch Compliance again to review it. But yeah, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Margot Robbie, and Chris Pine. I'm not huge on Chris Pine. I like the other two. But yeah, this is an end-of-the-world movie, so can't wait to see it. Hangman, Al Pacino, Carl Urban, Brittany Snow. Serial killer movie. Basically got it because I like Brittany Snow. Liked her since Would You Rather and Bushwick. Liked her in both of those, so can't wait to watch that. Vice, Thomas Jane, Bruce Willis, Amber Childers. I'm aware this is an EFO Grindstone film. I'm aware that it's one of the Bruce Willis films that he's in for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And apparently he was used on the set or whatever, because he apparently people already knew about his condition or something. I don't know, but curious about this because I did see a clip of it where Thomas Jane is killing some guys, and it actually was shot well and lit well. It looked like a well-made movie, actually. And this is from director Brian A. Miller, who I actually have over here. Yeah. Officer Down with Stephen Dorff, which I do remember thinking that was a pretty decent film. Like, it looked like one of those, like, oh, get a bunch of old actors to be in the film kind of things, but it's actually a pretty well-made crime thriller. So, I'm actually looking forward to giving Vice a try and putting my general beliefs about the whole Bruce Willis thing aside. Night Hunter, Henry Cavill, Ben Kingsley, Alexandra Daddario, Stanley Tucci, also Brendan Fletcher, Minka Kelly, Nathan Fillion, Impu Kauho, also from Saw 3. I remembered when I first saw this on Amazon Prime Video, I wasn't the biggest fan of it and I thought it was pretty bad. Rewatching it not too long ago and doing a bigger review on it, I don't hate it. I can see what it could have been, though. It kind of feels like a studio edited mess at times. There's certain plot threads that kind of get left hanging. Certain characters aren't well developed at all, like Nathan Fillion's character. And yeah, I can see people not being into this, but I also did like it the last time I saw it. I wonder if, I hope David Raymond, the director, goes on to do better things. The Kid, Ethan Hawke, Dane DeHaan, Jake Schur, introducing. This was directed by Vincent D'Onofrio. I'm very curious to see this. Apparently this is a well done revisionist western. I've been pretty into revisionist westerns, so I can't wait to give it a chance. Arsenal. This is Adrian Grenier, John Cusack, Nicolas Cage. Apparently, this is a sequel to Deadfall. Nicolas Cage's character in this is the same character that he played in a film called Deadfall, directed by Christopher Coppola. Because Nicolas Cage is a part of the Coppola family. Many people forget. So I guess I have to watch that first, but that movie has like a 1.5 or something on Letterboxd. I don't know. I do technically own it, but it's on like a 2-disc thing, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to... I guess we'll see whenever I end up thinking of this. But it's directed by Stephen C. Miller, and I don't hate him. He did he did The Aggression Scale, which was a pretty great, pretty fast-paced, pretty brutal, to be honest, pretty violent and bloody home invasion film. He also did Line of Duty, which I thought was a pretty great action film, to be honest. To be totally honest, it's a pretty underrated action film with Aaron Eckhart. But yeah, curious about this. The Escape of Prisoner 614, Martin Starr, Jake McDormand, George Sample III, the third, and Ron Perlman. Ron Perlman's the biggest thing on here. Even with Ron Perlman's really stupid ramblings lately and me thinking he's kind of a fucking idiot, I still do think he's a good actor, and I'm curious to see this because this is the first film from Zach Golden. First film he's directed. He did High Heat with Olga Kurylenko and Don Johnson, which I reviewed not long ago, which I really liked, so I'm curious what he'll do with a comedic western. Money Monster, one of my favorite movies from the year it came out. Easily. 2016, yeah. I really don't understand some people's issues with the film. Not that it has terrible reviews or anything, I just loved it. I had so much fun with it. It's a breakneck thriller, awesome cast. I'm not big on George Clooney, but George Clooney did a great job in this film. So did Julia Roberts, so did Jack O'Connell, Catriona Balfe, Dominic West, Catriona Balfe from Outlander. Kind of see her there. Gorgeous woman, great actress. Giancarlo Esposito, Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster's an underrated director. She's starred in tons of films that I've loved. she's a very underrated director. She really is. Poison Rose, John Travolta, Morgan Freeman. Pretty decent cast. Famke Janssen, Kat Graham, Peter Stormare, Robert Patrick, Brendan Fraser. Directed by George Gallo, who did Middlemen, which I haven't seen yet. I do own it. And Vanquish with Ruby Rose and Morgan Freeman, which I have not... I have seen, actually. I thought it was okay. I don't think it's like the worst movie ever, like, or even of that year that people were saying, but curious to see John Travolta do a detective role. Just sounded interesting. And last, Shut In with Naomi Watts. I've heard so many terrible things about this film. I just have not seen it. So, I'm really curious to see this. Jacob Tremblay's in it. I like him. Charlie Heaton, Oliver Platt, David Cubitt from Cube and Cypher and all those films. I'm curious to see this and see why it has like a 6% on Rotten Tomatoes. And now that I'm done with the movies, I can get to the CDs, which I've got the CDs that I was really trying to get. I basically got this all in one thing from Diversified Sellers, and I will link him down below. But Simple Plan. This is no pads, no helmets, just balls. Less Than Jake, Anthem, Breakaway, Kelly Clarkson. Even though this wasn't what I was trying to get, not a bad album. I forgot if that was her debut. Don Henley from the Eagles, Inside Job. Sinatra, Yobim, the complete reprise recordings. Reprise. Neo, Ladies Man. Peter Gabriel, So. I want to listen to this. I've been curious about the Scarlet Pimpernel. I'm not a huge musical person, really, but I'd love to see if there's like a movie version of this. I've never looked it up. The songs I've heard have been gorgeous. The Cranberries, everybody else is doing it. Why can't we? Garth Brooks, Rope in the Wind. Little River Band, Greatest Hits. Don't worry, she's not naked. She's got a bikini on. Not really wanting... I'll give this away. Barbara Streisand, The Concert. And these are the two I was trying to get. Evanescence, Fallen. Has Bring Me to Life, My Immortal on it. Two of their biggest hits. And Hotel California, The Eagles. But yeah, that's everything. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Comment down below if you've seen any of the films, if you have any thoughts on any of the films. I'd be very curious to talk them with you. And yeah, Movie Review Next Door out.